Alright, day 134. This is Bailey's Cap Shelter. I'm getting ready to leave it. And I'm leaving it a lot cleaner than I found it. I don't understand people putting out their trash. There were McDonald's wrappers in there. All kind of nastiness. But I got it all up. Someone had made comments about mice. I swept everything out and there were no mice. It's actually clean. Someone made a comment about bees. There were no bees. So it was actually a very nice shelter. I got there last night and there was a thunderstorm just starting. So I got in, got all my stuff out, got in early, did a shorter day yesterday than I intended to, but I don't regret it. I slept like a baby. Got my water, ate my food, got out in the rain and did a cowboy shower. I'm glad nobody was there. It would have been potentially embarrassing. But I got clean and dried off, and put on my sleep clothes, and by 8 o'clock I think I was going to sleep. Still woke up at 6 o'clock going, a big yawn just like that. But anyway. So we'll see what today brings. I got a couple of options. If I really push it, I can go straight into Pearisburg today, which I'd like to do. Get to the hostel tonight and resupply and get out tomorrow. That would be plan A, but that's a big day. And this trail hasn't been conducive to big days lately. There's a water issue today too. There's an 11-mile stretch where there's no water. I think that's more psychological than anything else. I can go 11 miles on 2 liters. So the main thing is to tank up at the next shelter. Make sure I'm supplied, and then drink a lot, and then I ought to be fine. Today is 134. Wow. I was looking last night, something like 1,530, 40 miles, something like that. That's a lot of walking. 1,540. I was laying in my sleeping bag last night. I was all cozy. And it was actually just a little chilly. Perfect sleeping weather. Got in my sleeping bag, zipped that thing up. Slept like a baby. I already did this 0.2 of a mile yesterday. You had to come down here to get water. There's a little stream down here and it's flowing good. I'll need to clean out my filter today or whenever I get to this hostel. If I get there tomorrow or today, either one works. If I get there tomorrow, I'll spend tomorrow night at the hostel and start off fresh. If I get there tonight, I can sleep, wash my clothes, and especially my socks. Oh my gosh, I've gone through socks. I'm sweating so much. My socks are wet. They're having a hard time drying. The really good thing about going is as you get to the end of your resupply is your pack gets lighter. It's not as much food in there. Food's the heavy thing. I always have an extra day's worth of food in there, but just in case. But it would be nice to, well, it's nice when it's lighter like this. All right, see the Rocky on the trail. It's not near as bad as it was yesterday. I try never to be negative, but I did not like yesterday's trail at all. It was incredibly rocky parts of it, but the undergrowth was so bad that you're constantly rubbing against plants, and there's something out there that stings. I don't know what it is, but it was stinging away. Finally had to put on my rain gear. I got to this intersection. I even put it in a video. I said, oh, look, they've trimmed back their stuff. That was about 100 yards. That was it. But that day's over, so I'm not going to worry about it. Today I have a steep downhill, and then a climb of sorts, not real bad. Then it's fairly level. Whew. It's chilly this morning. It's the air's heavy. Feels like it might rain. I started off in my rain shirt, the rain jacket, which is usually bad because after about 10 minutes I'm perspiring. I have to take it off, but maybe not today. We'll see. All right, day 134 on the Appalachian Trail. Let's go get it. All right, here's a cool bridge. Pine Swamp Branch, shelter's closed. Yeah, we know that. This bridge has got an angle to it. It goes over a big old stream. I like it. Look what's possible here. Building bridges across rivers. That's beautiful. I understand there's some shelters, camping spots. Look right here. Wouldn't that have been perfect? Yeah, how cool is that? Nice bridge. Nice trail this morning. All kind of stealth camping spots back here. Found this pretty river. Rhododendron, beautiful. Rhododendron, my favorite, Galax. There's a mushroom. It's a real nice trail. So pleasant. If I'd have known this was going to be so nice, I don't know. I was going to say I'd have pushed a little harder, but I forgot there was a thunderstorm. And you know what? I slept so good. I did not. My body needed some rest, so I'm not going to complain about that. Yeah, the shelter up ahead's closed. due to some kind of butterfly or moth killing a bunch of trees, and they're afraid the trees are going to fall and kill everybody. A lot of people are staying there anyway. These 3 guys that were in the shelter with me 2 nights ago, they stayed there, and they said they were spiders in there the size of grapefruits. Now, they may have been exaggerating, but they slept in their tents inside the shelter because he said they'd never seen spiders quite like that. It makes me think of The Hobbit. There's these real neat houses on the other side across the river. All right, here we go. All right, pretty little stream here this morning. All right, here we go. I'm coming up on Pine Swamp Branch Shelter, which is closed to overnight use because of a bunch of trees that are dead. I don't see them. Look, it's rock, it's got a fireplace, it's got a privy. There you go. And supposedly they have spiders the size of grapefruit. A neat stone shelter. Oh, I don't see these dead trees. Not that I would ever suggest anybody do anything like that, but if I lived near here, I got a feeling my Poolan and I'd be paying a visit. And shelter would be open in a few days. Not that I want anyone else to do that. Just saying. All right. I'm leaving the Pine Swamp Branch Shelter. I survived. No trees fell on me. And getting ready to start a climb. I resupplied. I got water. That's what I did. I didn't go to the town. I got some water. And there's a long stretch here before the next water. It's like 11 miles. I got a little extra in the back, which weighs too much, but better safe than sorry. My friend Chops sent me a text message a while ago. I think I've told you about Chops. He hiked the trail in like 1800 or something. He's an amazing hiker. Amazing memory. I'll tell him I'm going into a town, and he'll correct me and tell me the correct town I was going into. Then he'll tell me which restaurant to eat, what street corners it's on. Amazing. But anyway, he said that I was being punished last night with that thunderstorm because I'd said something derogatory about carnivores, referring to my mother on her birthday when she ate half a cow and on a steak. And he said that God probably liked hamburgers and cheeseburgers and steaks, and that thunderstorm was a punishment. And knowing Chops, since he's about as old as God, I can't argue with him. He's probably right. But I want you to know that thunderstorm was wonderful. I got in that shelter, and it's boom, you hear thunder. It starts to rain. And I knew nobody was coming. And I went out there in that rain with my little piece of soap I brought with me, and my bandana. And I had I had a wonderful shower. It looked like an oil slick coming off of me. I was so stinky. But then I dried off, put on some baby powder, a little deodorant. I felt like a new person. But Chops, you're probably right. Chops is my hero. All right, guys, let's climb this mountain. All right, I want to show you something I love. Right here. Boom! Switchbacks. Big climb this morning. And they have switchbacks. It's just with a gentle grade. That makes me happy. Makes it much more palatable as we make this climb. I was thinking about something a while ago. I got a tick on me the other day. Sorry about that. I got a tick on me the other day. It wasn't attached. It had somehow gotten down around my ankle. And my gaiters are sprayed with permethrin. My socks are sprayed with permethrin. And the tick hadn't attached, so maybe the permethrin was working. But I want to come up with something that's like a combination of DEET, permethrin, and napalm. And you can call it ticked off. And if a tick gets on your skin, it immediately has a nervous reaction and jumps off, and then spontaneously combusts into fire. It would sound like a bug zapper. Bzz, bzz, bzz. And you could walk through these fields that they don't cut, and you just hear little bzzz going on. We could call it ticked off, man. That would be perfect. Anyway, that's $1 million idea for somebody. Today's trail is amazing. Yeah, had a pretty good climb a while ago with switchbacks coming up. I'm at the top of this trail. I'm about 15 miles north of Pearisburg, give you an idea where I am. And this trail is amazing. It's good walking, but a cold front went through yesterday, and it's actually just a little chilly, which is perfect hiking weather. I'm loving this. And I had extra water, and because there's a stretch here with no water, and so far, I mean, it's so cool. There's no perspiration, which means, you know, you're conserving water. This is perfect. Besides that, this is just pretty up here. I'll stop for a second. Just look around. You have ferns and just nice. Pretty trail today. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Appalachian Trail. Or Ms. Appalachian Trail. Whichever. Good day. There's a trail in here somewhere. Holy moly. This lady who was coming northbound yesterday, she and her husband, she said that I would be going through a section where the grass was as tall as me. And I thought she was exaggerating, but she's not. She said she didn't know that you needed a machete to hike the Appalachian Trail. I can see why she would say that. This is crazy. There's an apple tree. There's some green apples up there. I could stop making apple pie. Man, somebody needs to get a riding lawnmower and just go up and down this. It appears that someone's driven a truck over it to try to kill some of the grass. Oh, man. I think this is the Roanoke ATC who's in charge of this section. Oh, this is pretty. Look behind. Nice view. Very cool. This is no joke. You can't tell if you're on the trail or not. The grass is so high. There's a marker. Of course, the grass is as tall as it is. Golly. Well. I remember when I was up around the northern section of this trail, where I stayed at the Super 8, and there was a guy there who maintained his portion of the trail, and he was out pushing a lawnmower so you could get through. Oh man, this is, as my son would say, this is redonkulous. All right, porch knocked down. Look, 2 trails, nothing marked. This one looks like it's probably up. Well, she wasn't kidding about that machete. Oh. At least we check in later. Holy moly. I just need a bush hog this. Oh look, this is a trail. Jeez. All right, I'm pushing through this jungle. What I was saying a while ago, I stayed in Dalesville for a few days, waiting on some stuff, and a guy named Herman slack packed me, and he maintained the trail up there, and you could tell he had such a love for the Appalachian Trail. One day he picked me up and he said, yes, yesterday I went out with my push mower. And if you've ever been into Dalesville, there's that grassy section you come through as you come south right into town. He said, yeah, I was out there with my push mower. And I thought, wow, what dedication. And my goodness, you need a bush hog here. You could make hay. Oh my goodness. I don't know. From Dragon's Tooth south, it's like the trail, whoever maintains it just forgot about it. Some beautiful sections in there. But man, sling blade would be welcome. Oh well, this too shall pass. Oh, there it is. It passed. And I got a cold breeze all at the same time. All right, here's the mountain ridge I've been running on. And trail's just super friendly right now. Got a cool breeze blowing. Few rocks. Not a lot of overgrowth. And just pleasant. I'm a couple of miles away from a campsite where they have water. I've done real good with water today, primarily due to the cool weather. There's a little stealth campsite. Isn't that cool? And I'm gonna tank up with water there. And then a mile and a half beyond it's the shelter. And there's no water at the shelter, so I'll just load up at the campsite, take 3 extra liters up for that mile and a half. Then I'll spend the night there. Then tomorrow morning I'll get up and do a little short hike to about a 7-mile hike to Pearisburg, where I'll get picked up, spend the rest of the day there, resupply, and clean up, wash up, and start this deed again the next day. All right, rocks, trail. See if I can find us a blaze. Nope. Yeah, there's one. I'll go backwards. I've learned that lesson. If you don't see a blaze, turn around and look backwards. And a lot of time you'll see one. All right, here we go. All right, day 134 on the Appalachian Trail, and look who I just ran into. And what's your trail name?
Cool Shoes.
Cool Shoes. And you live close?
Yeah, I live in North Carolina.
North Carolina. So
North Carolina.
I just ran into her. She's setting up her tent and stuff over there, and she's hiked all from Georgia up to
from Georgia to here, and from Maine to Bowling Spring, Pennsylvania.
And this lady's so helpful. Thank goodness for nice people. All right, here we go. I'm walking and I can tell I have a view here of something. Oh, it's power lines. Oh, this is nice. Stop. I think it's the town I'm trying to go to, right there, down there. It's a pretty view. And on this side too.